They're running in the All-American Futurity and
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Triple Crown Report presented by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. I'm Tim Keithley, your host, as we take you through the 2024 racing season here at Ruidoso Downs Racetrack. We're happy that you join us on social media and here at the racetrack each week as we give you the full story of what's happening at the races. The Triple Crown Report is brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, Paragon Farms, Lip Chip, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses, Kiss by Hawks from Lazy E Ranch, the American Quarter Horse Association, and the New Mexico Horse Breeders Association. We'll be back to talk about opening weekend in just a moment. You're listening to the Triple Crown Report.
The American Quarter Horse. They represent a new year, new opportunities, and exciting expectations to be winners. For over 30 years, Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency has insured American quarter horses that include champions and their bloodlines. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency knows that your horse represents a large investment. Ensuring that investment will be the least overall expense an owner has in protecting that investment, whether it's a new foal, a new purchase, or a special runner. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency offers prospective full coverage to protect your investment from the very beginning, while in utero and when your foals are born. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency can insure them at 24 hours of age. Their family has made supporting the American Quarter Horse a priority. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency is proud to be a Triple Crown Report sponsor. Visit their website at jonesbloodstockinsurance.com for more information.
Back to the Triple Crown Report, opening weekend at Ruidoso Downs, and we are joined via Zoom by the future Hall of Fame broadcaster at Ruidoso Downs. Hello to Tom Dawson. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tim. Thank you for the Hall of Fame nod. I'm very proud of that and very happy to get this season started. I've been looking forward to getting up there for the Ruidoso Trials coming up.
Well, I tell you what, it's well-deserved, and we're excited that you're going to be joining us through the season. Time to talk about future stars, and that's what we'll make this weekend in the $1 million Ruidoso Futurity. And we begin down at Sunland Park in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, right down in my neck of the woods, and I was there for this particular star you're going to show us. I thought he'd be the winner before the race, and he was. It was narrow, but he did show a lot of grit at the finish.
The horse to watch this weekend, Painted Eclipse, and we visited with co-owner Javier Rodriguez of La Feliz Montaña Ranch. I know that this is opening day, but you may have the horse to beat, having won the West Texas. How excited are you about the trials on opening weekend?
We're pretty excited. We feel good about him. He pulled out of the West Texas finals really good. He's training really good, so I think he should be doing pretty good. Well, the West Texas, we actually felt real confident going into the finals. We thought he was the horse to beat, and obviously, he ran a great race and did great. So he pulled out good, so we're excited about the next race for him. I think he is very smart horse. All the runners, he's really calm on the stall. He's not nervous. I think he's a racehorse, You
like the outside post that we're going to try opening day?
I don't like the outside or the inside of the one hole for the 2-year-olds, but I think he has the experience, so I think he should do good. He's smart, so, but I don't know. It's always something to think about it with the 2-year-old on the outside. But we'll be all right.
Well, Tom, Javier is very excited about his Sunland Park champion coming to Ruidoso Downs this weekend, and I know that Sean Hubbard has to be very excited as well.
Well, they're hoping for more from this horse. He got the job done at the West Texas, very relentless drive, getting a nose up in front, but they're looking for bigger things down the road.
So that's the Sunland Park champ. Let's go to Remington Park. And Tom, I know you're always interested in how those Remington Park horses do once they come up to the mountain.
Well, I get to see a lot of them, Tim, because Cowboy Channel covers the Remington Park Futurity and the Heritage Place Futurity. So I get to see a lot of these horses, and Relentless American was one that I saw win the consolation or the juvenile for the Remington Park Futurity in good form.
With a very fast time in that juvenile race. We visited on the backside this week with Jason Olmstead, a trainer of Relentless American. I know that this horse did real well at Remington. Tell us about that.
Yeah, he run nice. He'd been working good all winter long and looked good in his trial to the Remington Park. Just drew the wrong time of day and come back and win the consolation and did it in a faster time than the finals.
I know it's early, but so it's hard to get too excited. But you have to, from what we know thus far, it looks like the gelding can run.
Yeah, it looks like it. When he posted the time he did in the consolation that day, that kind of changed our view on him as far as where he needed to go. I mean, he was paid up to go to Iowa for the summer and whatnot, but we decided to give him a chance out here, and we'll see if it pays off.
And for the reasons that Jason Olmstead mentioned and a few more, owner Tom Maher elected to pay the $30,000 supplement to the Ruidoso Futurity. He thought that Relentless American was certainly worthy of it. And he's Relentless, the sire of Relentless American. So any opportunity to get his horses into a race, $1 million race like the Ruidoso Futurity, Tom's going to take.
That's always a good sign, a supplement, right? Because you put your money where your mouth is, right, Tom? So let's take a look at 3 horses to watch on Friday, round 1 of the $1 million Ruidoso Futurity. And Tom, let's talk about in race 4, Express Lane on the inside.
Now, Express Lane comes out of the Oklahoma Futurity, which was the first big Futurity run at Remington Park. Breaks decent, not great. You see the gray horse Juice Box has got this race pretty much under control. I like the way Express Lane just kept digging, just kept trying. He's going to get to go a little further now that I think will help him. And Juice Box came back to qualify for the $1 million Heritage Place Futurity, so he's certainly no slouch. But I think Express Lane could make his presence felt.
There's Express Lane in the 4th, and then we go to the 6th with Painted Eclipse on the outside as number 10. And then in the 10th race on day 1, Johnny Trotter, the racetrack owner, has a youngster by the name of Apprehensive who had the fastest training race time.
Well, training races, of course, are a valuable tool, Tim. They show us things about horses, and horses learn things about themselves. So let's watch this race here. You'll see number 1, Apprehensive, break out just a little bit like horses will do from the inside. But boy, he's in front right quick. Couple of taps from the rider to keep him focused, and he's right on down the racetrack, striding out like you like to see one, wins it by about a length. Very good educational experience for Apprehensive that the connections hope translate to a good trial.
Looking forward to day 1. Let's turn our attention real quickly to day 2 on Saturday, trials for the Ruidoso Futurity. And we start with Relentless American. We've already talked about that supplemented horse. And then in race 5, Tom, tell us about Holy Pete.
Well, Holy Pete comes from the Steinbow barn, Zach and John Steinbow. I was at Remington the night he ran. They couldn't wait to show me the replay again of how fast this horse was and how he handled his business in a maiden race, drawing off to win as far as you could throw a rock. So, sometimes winning a maiden race can fool you, but it looked to me like Holy Pete is the real deal.
2.5 length win and a 300-yard race. That's pretty good. And then we go to Love to Fly in the 15th on Saturday. Love to Fly was a consolation winner down in Sunland Park.
Yeah, the juvenile for the West Texas has turned out some pretty nice horses in the past. Let's watch Love to Fly here. You see that unusually for a race this time in the spring, everybody got away pretty good with a chance. But here, down toward the end, you'll see Love to Fly surge forward and get the nod right in the middle of the racetrack. So a good effort propels you well forward. I think one to watch.
Of course, opening weekend, everybody's got a champ, not only the Ruidoso, but the All-American as well. Everybody has high hopes, right, Tom?
Oh yeah, it's what's great about opening weekend. There's so much hope, so much anticipation, so many people thinking their purchases at the sale are going to come to fruition. Horses they raised are going to be runners. Yeah, it's a great time to be at Ruidoso.
Good luck to all the owners, trainers, jockeys in the $1 million Ruidoso Futurity Friday and Saturday of opening weekend. When we come back, we'll talk about the Derby and the return of the All-American champ, Cowboys Gun Z, when the Triple Crown Report continues.
One Famous Eagle is a top 10 all-time sire in earnings and stakes winners. His latest champion is aged mare Famous Shining Star. He is the only stallion since 2012 to sire 3 All-American Futurity winners and 2 world champions. One Famous Eagle is number 3 all-time with $42,000 in average earnings per starter and has sired the earners of over $38 million. Put history on your side at Granada Farms.
Lip Chip is calling all horsemen who are ready to bring their born to the next level. Stop letting technology be your biggest enemy. Lip Chip is built by horsemen, for horsemen. We know how you ride. The HoofLink system, powered by Lip Chip, provides you peace of mind, keeping track of horse identity, health documents, and horse performance, all stored securely with the help of your phone or tablet. First, be sure your horse is equipped with a low-frequency, ISO-compliant microchip. We prefer thermal chips placed in the lip. Next, be sure your horse is enrolled by a preferred provider or Lip Chip personnel. Now you're ready to download your app and start scanning. Daily temperature checking has never been easier. Track performance and check in and out of equine venues with ease. So simple, even a child can do it. Let her rip, Lip Chip. Visit hooflink.com to get started.
At Paragon Farms, time is the #1 investment in each of our sale yearlings. Success in breeding and selling future champions isn't built on luck. It's the result of intentional planning prior to conception. At birth, a 2-year progression begins. Daily hand walking is a valuable tool we use to produce good manners and confidence. Our sale prep program consists of carefully managed feed, monitored exercise, and group turnout. These proven methods equip our yearlings with the tools necessary to be prepared for the sale ring and the demands of training. Seeing our foals transform into yearlings and athletes is extremely gratifying to the team at Paragon Farms. We invite you to stop by our shed row and see the difference for yourself.
Kiss My Hawks, a 2-time AQHA racing champion and multiple Grade 1 winner of more than $1.1 million. The 2012 Sorrel Stallion is by Tempting Dash, out of the Tres Ace mare Romancing Mary.
Kiss My Hawks wins the Rainbow Derby from Sam Crow and Moon and the Eagle.
Kiss My Hawks progeny have earnings of more than $11.6 million from just 8 crops to race, placing him in the #1 spot as the leading 2-year-old sire of 2024. Kiss My Hawks, standing at Lazy E Ranch. Back to the Triple Crown Report, presented by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. One of the exciting things about opening weekend is the return of last year's stars. One of those would be Cowboys Gun Z. The winner of last year's All-American Futurity Labor Day weekend will be racing on Sunday in trials for the $900,000 Ruidoso Derby. We visited on the backside with trainer Mike Joyner and Cowboys Gun Z. Mike Joyner, the return of Cowboys Gun Z to Ruidoso Downs. Tell us what happened after this horse won the All-American. You went to Texas.
Well, after the All-American, we went to Lone Star. He had the fastest time for his night
qualified for the finals, and then in the finals, well, he kind of reverted back to his deal in the gates, you know, and it cost him, and he didn't run very good. So, you know, we turned the horse out. He was off for about 4 months and got him back up, and he's training really well to get ready for these derbies this summer.
Do you think he's changed much, or do you think there's any difference in the horse now that he's 3?
You know what, he has seemed to have matured mentally. Seems to be a lot quieter, more businesslike, and that is what we're hoping for you know, this coming summer. But we're not going to count on it till we see it.
Well, the Texas Classic ended Cowboys Gun Z's year and not in great form. He reverted back to some of those problems he was having earlier at Ruidoso and did not run well. It's a constant effort with a horse like this who's shown a tendency to not focus in the gate, and I know Mike's still working to try to get him back to that All-American form.
But the money's in the bank from the All-American, and so we will see the return of crowd favorite Cowboys Gun Z on Sunday afternoon. In that second race, Cowboys Gun Z will face a pretty strong competitor, a racehorse by the name of Asher, who won a big race over in Los Al.
She's a Grade 1 winning filly this year. Take a look at the Los Alamitos Oaks. She's in the 8-hole there. She's in with a good horse called Southern Divine, but she puts everything together. Now, remember, Asher was a little like Cowboys Gun Z last summer. She didn't always do everything right, but, you know, a $350,000 yearling is supposed to learn her lessons at some point, and boy, she has. Now she's a Grade 1 winner, and I think she'll be a formidable 3-year-old this summer.
And they're in the same race on Sunday afternoon, which should be very interesting. And then let's leave the return of the Ruidoso Futurity champ last year.
Let's leave. We have to go back almost a year to see his last race here in the Ruidoso Futurity. Well, boy, it was a good one. He's on the outside, number 10, breaks well, assumes a very good position. Down on the inside, you got number 4, Wired 440, and number 3, Irish Sace. And as they come down toward the wire, pretty hard to tell who's going to win this one, but it is the outside horse, Let's Leave, by a nose over his stablemate, Wired 440. So that was a great day for the Valenzuela barn. Unfortunately, Let's Leave only ran one more time last year, so he's coming off a long layoff.
It'll be interesting to see. A lot of these horses have matured over the winter, and so we may see some new young runners, 3-year-olds, that perform well in the Ruidoso Derby on Sunday afternoon. But here's our horses to watch. Asher, Cowboys Gun Z, Let's Leave in race 6. We'll be right back to wrap up this edition of the Triple Crown Report, brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Company.
Kavanaugh Quarter Horses is proud to own AQHA champion Uncle D. He won the Grade 1 Rainbow Futurity by daylight.
And Uncle D is spurted clear.
The $50,000 smart money incentive for open Grade 1 winners has been extended to Uncle D's foals through 2025. Now he is also a Ruby Buckle stallion. Uncle D's first crop has already produced a Grade 1 finalist. Uncle D, poised to be a difference maker, standing at Lazy E Ranch.
Just to recap, opening weekend here at Ruidoso Downs. Starting Friday, Saturday, we'll have trials for the $1 million Ruidoso Futurity. 16 races each day with post time starting at noon. 1 o'clock on Sunday for the $900,000 Ruidoso Derby trials. And then we are racing on Monday, Memorial Day holiday, with the $45,000 John Andrini Stakes. Concerts all weekend, including Stoney LaRue, the Graham Brothers, the Abe Mack Band. It's going to be a fantastic opening weekend, and we look forward to seeing you at Ruidoso Downs Racetrack. Triple Crown Report is brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, Paragon Farms, Lip Chip, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses, Kiss My Hawks from Lazy E Ranch, the American Quarter Horse Association, and the New Mexico Horse Breeders Association. Thanks for watching this edition of the Triple Crown Report. We'll see you next week.